What up, Facebook? Oh, damn it. I wanted to go live. I'm going to talk about a couple different things on here. I want to hear you guys' opinions, so don't just let me say all the stuff. Every once in a while, you're going to see my assistant back here giving me help. But we're going to talk about BLM versus black on black crime, because that's all I hear. We're talking about Kanye and Kim Kardashian in the White House. Come on, guys. It's not going to happen. We'll talk about Karens and why they don't like wearing face masks. We're also going to talk about Fort Hood, right? Because I don't think that's getting enough exposure. Even though right now it's doing good, but it's not trending enough. And sports, our sports dead in the United States, because that's another topic that everybody's getting really unhappy about. It all comes back down to the Black Lives Matter movement and black on black crime. So let's start with that one, because that one I keep hearing a lot. And anytime you guys go to, you see murders happening in Chicago, if you go to the thread and you go to the comments, the number one thing that people say is, well, where's Black Lives Matter with the black on black crime? See, that's one of the most stupid comparisons, because police officers are held to a higher standard. They're not criminals, right? Police officers are not criminals. So when you say black on black crime, that's just criminals killing criminals, and it just so happens that innocent lives are taken. That's like saying in Mexico, right? Oh, the police are just beating up people and killing people over there, but, oh, you don't say anything when the other Mexicans are killing each other, so just ignore the cops that are killing the Mexican people. There's no comparison. It's more politics than anything, and I think people are making this more about politics. At the end of the day, Black Lives Matter movement was created because of police brutality, okay? Then people will say, well, you know, they're donating to Democrats, whatever. Okay, that's because the Democrats are the ones that are trying to help them fight the cause of ending police brutality. But when you compare it to black on black crime, that's not the same, because there's white on white crime, there's Mexican on Mexican crime, there's Asian on Asian crime. If you live in a neighborhood and you're a criminal, you're going to attack the people closest to you. So there's no comparison, right? And then God forbid you actually support Black Lives Matter, then you're a liberal, or you're a stupid Democrat. You guys are ignoring the fact that the people are dying. So just recently, I just went to a thread, and a young girl, 7-year-old girl in Chicago got killed, innocent girl, and right away there's a guy on there. Of course, he's got American flags everywhere in his damn profile. It's always the same. Oh, where are the Black Lives? Where are the BLM, Black Lives Matter movement, for all these people being killed? Where are their protests? First of all, are you protesting it? Because do you care about black on black crime? Or are you just using that to win an argument to make people feel stupid that they care that people are being killed by police officers? Like, it's not even a debate. And just because I care about black people being killed by cops is because I think that we hold police officers to a higher standard, and they're not supposed to be criminals. They're not supposed to be committing crimes. Like, it doesn't matter. At this point, anybody will say anything to justify, and it's like they're defending the police at all costs, which, hey, I'm a believer that not all cops are bad. It's a small percentage. But there are criminals that are cops, right, that are crooked, right? That happens. There are racists in the police force. That happens. So the fact that you guys don't see that, that's what the movement's about. Don't try to change it and try to switch it or deflect by saying, oh, well, what about all the black on black crime? Like I said, criminals kill criminals. Doesn't matter what color you are, okay? And whatever neighborhood you're in, you're killing people or you're shooting at people, you're a criminal, right? Cops are not criminals. Unless I'm mistaken. Are cops criminals? Are they allowed to commit crimes? Are they allowed to murder people at any cause? Are they allowed to just beat up people because they feel like it? Right? And it just so happens that the only reason why it's a big thing is because it happens only mainly in the black communities, right? And then they'll say, well, that's where all the crime's at. Well, that's the cop's job. So if people are right now killing each other in Chicago, whose fault is that? Is that the black people's fault, or is that the police force's fault? Because they're the ones that's supposed to be enforcing and protecting the neighborhoods, but meanwhile, people are dying left and right in Chicago, and who are you going to blame? You're going to blame the black people that are killing each other? Or you're going to blame the black people that are innocent people living in their neighborhood that are getting shot by criminals? No, that would be the police job to stop the criminals, right? That two different subjects, doesn't even make any sense. All right, let's talk about the next one. You guys I'll go back to that one. Right now for one day, it was trending, Kanye is going to go for president. If you guys actually believe that he's actually going to try to go for president, even if he did try to go for president, no way he would ever get voted. No way in a million years would that dude get voted in. First of all, I think he's admitted that he's a bipolar. So I don't know if You want someone with a mental health issues in the White House, but it's not even about that. It's about clout. It's literally, he said it just to get clout, to get attention, because he's doing a new launch. He just did a new campaign with Gap, so he needs as much attention as he can get on him as he can. And then you got Elon Musk that said, if you go for it, I will support you. Why would he say that? Because he's having a hard time moving cars in Tesla. Everything is all politics. Everything's about getting more clout. Everything's about getting more attention. That's marketing. That's business. So when I see stupid people going, oh my God, if Kim Kardashian gets in the office, I'm moving. You should. But at the end of the day, it's never going to happen. We are never, the fact that we already had Melania Trump, which I have no problem with her. I have no problem with the woman, right? That's Trump's, what do you call it, trophy wife. No problem with that. But the fact that you guys honestly think that they would let Kanye West and Kim Kardashian in the White House? Come on, guys. Just ignore it. Don't even get in debates on it. I see people fighting on Twitter. Oh, this and that, because they actually really believe that this could happen. He's not going to even try. And even if he did, it would. If let's say he did do that. Let's say he actually did try to go for president. It would only help Trump, because now, what would he go? He's not going to try to take Trump's spot and be a Republican. He's going to obviously be a Democrat, but he said he's a Republican, right? That he's a Trump supporter. So what would he be? Go against Biden? And if he did do that, he would just help Trump get in the office. So more votes taken away from Biden. Anyway, so I don't pay attention to that. Let's talk about Karens. Karens that don't like to wear face masks. There are videos popping up left and right. There was a video I just seen today of a lady in Target that said, this is over. I don't know why they're still having it. Throwing all the masks that they sell at Target on the floor and saying, we need to get rid of this. Who cares? Like, again, why do you care about wearing a freaking mask? Is it that big of a deal to you that you're literally going to now throw stuff in a store or create havoc and yell at people, employees that have nothing to do with this? It's not like they regulated it. They're not the ones that made these rules. This is government regulated. And why? Because, again, this is a political thing, right? When COVID first came out, everybody was afraid, and it was in the media, it was in the news everywhere, and everybody was wearing masks, and everybody was making fun of the mask, where we were in the mask. And then for a while, everybody was wearing the mask, and because now Trump, and I'm going to say this is a political thing, since Trump is kind of like not acknowledging anymore because he can't, because it's going to hurt his campaign, now anybody that's a Republican, for the most part, say, I'm not wearing masks, this is stupid, I don't need to do that. It's like, get over yourself, right? Get over yourself. It's not even that big of a deal. Like, I was the first one, you can ask my wife, I was the first one that thought this is the most annoying, most lame thing in the world, to wear a freaking mask. I would never thought in my life, being on this planet, that I would have to be told that I have to wear a mask to go into your establishment. I thought it was insane. But did I wear it? Yes. I remember when first time I was going to go to the store, I wasn't going to wear it. She's like, but they now regulate it, Jennifer telling me. I'm like, only because I don't want to have somebody start crapping me in the store, and because I know how I am, I will go off on a person, kind of like one of these Karens. So that's why I just said, why even go through? What battle am I fighting? What political stand am I standing for to get rid of the mask? Who cares about the mask? Wear the freaking mask until they tell you not to wear it anymore. Get over yourself, and don't start, throwing stuff in stores and ruining and yelling and swearing at employees like a child. They didn't do nothing to you, and then you got people online right now still yelling and complaining about masks. See, they always make it political. If you go for Black Lives Matter, you must be a freaking liberal. You must be a Democrat. See, politics. Kanye West and Kim in the White House, it's a political move, meaning that he wanted to get clout, to get more attention to him. It's all politics. Karen's not wearing masks. That's a Republican political thing. See, everything always comes back to politics. If you if I actually believe in Black Lives Matter, then I can't be a Republican. Doesn't make sense. If I believe in Trump and his movement on to have tax breaks for the rich, then I must not be. I'm not good enough to be a Democrat. Who cares? Who cares whether you're Republican or Democrat? Who freaking cares? You spend all your time online fighting with Republicans when it doesn't matter. You're not going to change their view. You're spending all your time fighting with Democrats. You're not going to change their view. It doesn't matter, right? It's all just a bunch of mind games, and at the end of the day, it's annoying. And yes, it does divide us as a country. So let's talk about Fort Hood and Vanessa Guillen. I think it's insane that this happened months ago, and it's just starting to get coverage. It's just starting to get attention. Why? Because, again, one thing I will say about media, a lot of people talk trash about the media. What's up, Kanika? What's up, Courtney? A lot of people talk trash about the media. Oh, they have an agenda. Oh, they're trying to help the liberals. Oh, they're trying to help the Democrats. Oh, they're trying to help the Republicans. Well, it is a fact that if you watch Fox News, that is a Republican channel, and they are all about Trump supporters. Why? Because They were the ones that decided, you know what, we're going to back up all of what Trump's doing, because now they're getting all the Republican viewers. So it's just about views. It's just about getting more attention. It's about selling more advertisement. It always comes back down to money and politics. It doesn't matter what you say. But the fact that this Fort Hood story is just getting in the light now, when there's been problems at all different types of military bases with sex trafficking and sexual assaults and sexual harassment and sexual abuse to women. It's been going on, because the minute they created the hashtag I am Vanessa Guillen, there was hundreds, probably thousands, because I didn't read them all, thousands of stories of other women that have been in the military that have been sexually harassed, that have been sexually assaulted, and went under the rug because they don't want to talk about it. But see, now, if you're a hardcore Republican or conservative, you love the police, you love the military. So the one thing you don't want to hear, the one thing that they don't want to hear, is that the military is doing bad and that the police officers that are godly would never do anything wrong. Like, we put the police force and the military on such a high standard that we don't even hold them accountable to the higher standard. Thank you, Uncle Mario. We basically let them do whatever they want. And God forbid you talk about someone in the military, you talk about a police officer. No, they would never do that. They're human beings, guys. They're human beings. But see, this is the sad thing about the Republican side, is that you guys, despite your political beliefs, why would you defend somebody defend people that are sexually harassing, sexually assaulting women? Why would you defend police officers that are killing people and beating them up and using too much force? Why would you defend that? Because you don't want to be wrong? You could still be a Republican and still support Black Lives Matter and say, well, hey, not all cops are bad. You could still be a hardcore conservative and be a Republican and say, and still be against the military guys that do it. Like, it just doesn't make sense. That's why you think there was so much drama with the NFL, which is the next thing I'm going to talk about. But the Fort Hood thing, how did they get away with it? Well, that's because what happened? One of their own, it's like the police force, the blue gang, one of their own did something, and instead of them bringing it to light because they knew of the consequences of how much hate they would get from doing that, they actually would hide it and just not talk about it. But see, again, we put these people in position of authority. And one thing that I will say about the military, and obviously I love the military, but I think we spend way too much money in the military. I think it's because we're trying to scare the rest of the countries. Don't mess with us, we'll blow you up in 1 second. We all know that. No one messes with America, because what will happen if they do? So we spend so much money into military to scare people. But you guys gotta forget, you're putting 18-year-olds in an adult position and training them and giving them weapons and putting them in an environment together. What do you think's going to happen? There's going to be sexual harassment. There's going to be sexual assaults. No different than a college campus. It's no different than a college campus. It happens all the time. You actually, if I was to put my daughter into college, first thing I'm going to check is what are their rape statuses, their stats at their college, because they have them. But see, no one does that. No one does their research. Everyone just believes anything you see put on the media, or if you see something posted on Facebook, you just believe it's true. Do your research. Don't just believe everything they're saying. People have debates like right now, again, back to the Black Lives Matter thing. Well, right now, since you had Candace Owens did the whole video about we're putting black people, these criminals, as heroes and martyrs. So now you got every single person that basically is gung-ho defending the police department, using exactly what she said in the video, didn't do any research on her to see that she's a crook, that she's a con artist, that she steals, she's a thief, didn't look into her, just said, oh, she's saying what I wanted that I need to hear, and it's from a black person, so I'm going to use her and say, hey, look what she's saying. See, I get videos all the time, people sending me videos of black people that are going against what is being said by the Black Lives Movement. Still not going to listen to it, because at the end of the day, you can show me all the evidence, but police officers are killing people. Police officers are beating the shit out of people. Facts, okay? Facts. So last thing I'll talk about, one of the things that people are getting really angry about right now is the sports, their sports. You don't touch their sports. They got so mad because of Kaepernick knelt, and now they look like idiots, and now they're trying to, do all these things, put the black anthem. That was one of the things, they're putting a black national anthem only the first week, and people went crazy. Oh, I'm going to boycott the NFL. No, you're not. Shut up. You are not going to boycott the NFL just because they play the black national anthem. And whether you like it or not, 68% of the freaking NFL are African American. So if they want to freaking have any parties, they want to do freaking videos and have freaking Tupac come out of the grave and play before the freaking game start every single time, who cares? Why does that make you mad? See, that's what shows me a lot about a person, what makes them angry. Not much makes me mad. Not much makes me angry. I never lose my cool. People talk trash to me online. You guys watch my stuff. You see me post all day. I get so much hate, so much drama online 24/7. It doesn't bother me at all because I don't care about what that person's opinion is. I don't even know that individual. So why the hell do I care what they think about me? Why the hell do I care what their opinion is on politics or whether they're racist or not? Doesn't bother me. For the rest of the world, they take it too serious. They get too worked up about it, stressed out about it. But right now, people are pissed off because NASCAR got rid of the Confederate flag. And then right after that, look at someone put a freaking noose in his freaking locker, Bubba Wallace. And then they were pissed now because the NFL is playing the Black National Anthem. Again, my question to all the people that hate that, why do you care? Why does that bother you so much? It isn't going to affect your game. Keep watching the NFL. Shut up, all right? Second, now if you're mad about that, I guess you're not going to watch the NBA either because the NBA now it's been approved that they're going to now let them put certain sayings on the back of their jerseys that have to do with black injustices and stuff like that. And people are talking trash about that. Again, if these things make you mad, it tells me a lot about you as a human being because you're getting angry about something that doesn't even freaking matter. What's up, Carmen? So to recap, guys, Black Lives Matter, fighting police brutality. It has nothing to do with black on black crime. Statistically, all races kill each other. It doesn't matter where you're at. But it goes back to my comparison. If I'm in Mexico, if I live in Mexico, and since everybody there is Mexican, and if the cops just start beating up Mexicans, you're not going to say, well, all the Mexicans are killing each other here anyways. All the cartels are killing each other anyways. So why do we care, right? Let the cops kill everybody. See, there's no comparison. It just doesn't make any sense. Kanye and Kim Kardashian will never be in the White House. Let that go. Karens, start wearing face masks. It's not that big of a deal. And if you don't want to wear a mask, then shop on Amazon.com. Get over yourself, you weirdo. And then the Fort Hood thing, there has to be more investigations in the military because women in the military and young guys too are being raped, sexually harassed. But we don't want to talk about that because we don't want to talk about our military, right? It's just like the cops. They're protected by police officers never do that. They're human beings. That's why they would do it. There are crooked politicians. There are crooked cops. There are crooked doctors. There are crooked everything. Everything. There's criminals in every freaking field there is.
So quick to call the president a crook, but not anyone in the military.
Yeah. They call they'll call Trump a crook, but they won't call people in the military a crook. And God forbid you talk about the police force. They're not crooks. They're not. Some of them are though. Okay. Fort Hood. Why did it take this long to get this thing going? And this is why people complain about Black Lives Matter. But it's no different than the Vanessa Guillen thing. All right. It's no different than the Vanessa Guillen thing. No one cares until it's public. Nobody cares until it's always in the media 24/7. Nobody cares until it's being said over and over and over again. So if you guys don't understand why people keep talking about it, it's because they will not stop talking about it until the light has been brought to it, right? Until light has been brought to it, right? At the end of the day, no one's going to stop. No one's going to boycott the sports. The only thing that shows me that you're mad about anything that Black Lives Matter movement is coming into your sports and now they're changing the name to the Washington Redskins. Why not? It's a racist term, man. What does Redskin mean? It is a derogatory, racist comment that they used against Native Americans back in the day. Just recently at Mount Rushmore, right, when the president went there for the fireworks, people were literally yelling at Native Americans, telling them to go back to their country. They were born here, you idiot. How ignorant you are. The only thing that's why I don't get mad about racism, because it's ignorance. That's all it is. It's ignorance. It's stupidity. It's just hate. It's simple-minded people. I really don't care. They actually make me laugh and they entertain me. So I hope you guys got a lot from this video. I had to talk about it because I'm sick of looking at all this stuff online. It's like, man, everyone just get over yourself, man. If it's in your timeline 24/7 and you keep seeing all these videos, police brutality, you don't want to watch it. You keep seeing the thing about Fort Hood, you don't want to watch it. You don't want to see that your sports are going to be now. They're going to use that as a platform. It's kind of what Kaepernick, why he did it. Why did he do it during the national anthem? Because that's when it would have got the most attention. That's when it would have made a bold statement. It wouldn't have made a bold statement if he did it before the game or after the game. It only made a statement when he did it during the national anthem because now everybody had to pay attention to it. And now they're all backtracking and now they're all saying, oh, we're going to do all this for them. I think the NFL should definitely give the man an apology. And anybody that hated Kaepernick, you look like an idiot right now because this is exactly why he did it. And now look at the world changing, man. Aunt Jemima's no longer here. No more Ben Rice. No more. Like, literally, the world is changing. Now, I'm not saying racism is going to go. I don't think it's going to be gone for at least another couple hundred years because racism is taught and taught and taught to the next generations. So it's not going to be gone anytime soon, but at least it's a work in progress. So I hope you guys benefit from it. Appreciate you guys watching. Talk to y'all later. You guys have a good night.